Okay, good morning, everyone. I want to call the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Rich Cortez, County Judge, the constitutional quorum of 4. Mr. Singh, would you please lead us in this morning's prayer?
I certainly will. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Good morning to everyone. Let's have another word of prayer this morning. Father God, we continue to ask you to fill our cities, county, state, and national political leaders with wisdom, understanding, discernment, knowledge, forgiveness, faithfulness, humility, and dignity. Father God, we thank you for the men and women who serve our community and leadership roles, and we continue to thank their families as well, Father God. Grant them peace when the work takes them away from their families, and we continue to pray for our great judge and our great 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. We pray for our mayor, school board members, city council, police chiefs, district attorney, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Grant them abundant wisdom, favor, increase their faith, and prepare them to pursue your excellence. Continue to strengthen them with integrity and character to act righteously, Father God, and continue to draw them and cause them to know and fulfill your purposes. Keep placing people in their paths that will provide scriptural, sound, and godly counsel, for without your counsel, their plans will go awry. Provide them daily reminders of why they decide to dedicate their lives to public service, Father God, and use that commitment to encourage them. Deal with our leaders about keeping their hearts and motives pure, and we continue to ask you to make their hearts pliable, willing, and obedient to your will, cause each of their lives to glorify your name. Father, in John 14:16, your word tells us, I will pray to the Father, and he will give you another counselor, that he may be with you forever. Thank you, Jesus, for freely laying your life on the cross now for us. Thank you for sending the Holy Spirit to live within us, to guide and help us. Help us today to daily remember how incredible a gift that is. Today we ask you for your heightened awareness of your Holy Spirit presence in our lives. Open our hearts and minds to see what you want to do in and through us. Help us to recognize when your Spirit is nudging us. Help us to hear when he is whispering to us. Help us remember to call on you whenever we are in need, and give us the courage to act on what we hear, to be obedient and trust in the path you have for us. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we'll find you. May we continue to seek you in everything we do, and we always work as we're working for you. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Raul.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Everybody sign up for open forum?
No, sir.
Then we'll go to consent agenda.
Yes, sir. On consent agenda, we will remove items 2B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll remove items 3A. We'll remove items 3B, 1, 2, 3, and 5. Judge, and the rest of the items have been vetted by my HCD1 team. It's in order for approval, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. If I may, item 2B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and item 3A, item 3B, 1, 2, and 3. Again, all those have been vetted through my HD1 staff. Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining and not participating in discussions on those items, sir. We do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstain from any discussion or action on these items.
Thank you, Judge. And the item 3B5, again, that's been vetted by my ACD1 team. In this item, 3B5, Commissioner Villarreal will be abstaining and not participating in discussion. Everything is in order. We do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show that Commissioner Villarreal abstain from any discussion or action on this item.
Thank you, Judge. If I may, I'll move on to item 5, discussion and update by ACD1 General Manager relates to the construction and pending ACD1 project. So Commissioner Fuentes and I did have the opportunity to go testify last week in Austin. I think it was a very productive meeting. I don't know if you want to elaborate on that a little bit, Commissioner.
Yes, so we were invited to participate in this testimony, specifically drawing some attention to the drainage improvements that we've made, the overall plan that we've made with respect to flood mitigation, but also to address a lot of the flooding that happens along the expressway, and how we've tried to address this with TxDOT in the past, the leadership in Austin, And, you know, we haven't really been successful in that. They wanted us to elaborate a little bit. Obviously, the recent flooding in Kerr County has led the state to take some initiative with respect to trying to be more proactive in their flood mitigation and alert systems and such. So we were invited to participate in helping them, in giving them information, some background and
Yes,
things
sir.
that we've done, not just to highlight the need of the area, but also the plan that we put in place, the actions that we've taken, and the projects that we've put in place.
Yes, sir.
So I think it was a summary of all of those things, and we appreciate Representative Mando Martinez inviting us through the chair to testify in front of this committee, and we're hopeful that it will lead to more awareness and certainly more funding
Yes, sir.
opportunities for us to be able to continue to put our plan in place. We recently provided State Rep or Vice Chair Martinez more information regarding the projects that we have pending, the things that we've looked at, the ways we feel like we can continue to improve drainage in Hidalgo County. And we're hopeful again that that will lead to something, you know, some sort of funding that may be able to help us put some more projects in place. But that's the summary that I took away from Monday's testimony.
That's correct. So just for the benefit of the board and public, we've invested at least $200 million since 2018 on drainage projects, and we still have a balance to go. And in addition to that, we've participated with another $28 million in partnerships with the state and federal government, leverage our local dollars to get more out of that. And out of that, we've gotten about $56 million. So, and then we identified a need of about almost $1 billion worth of drainage improvements. And again, it's just district facilities. That's not counting city or irrigation district facilities that are still under their oversight or in their name. So it's still a large task that we have ahead of us regarding drainage. But anyway, just wanted to give that presentation, that update on that. So
Thank you, Raul.
Yes, sir.
And your staff for putting all that information together.
yes, sir. I'll move forward if I may. 6A, presentation of Drainage District Number 1, Annual Tax Collection Report 2024-2025. I do have Paul here to make that presentation for us. Sharp dressed man. Come on up, man.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. Good to
Paul,
see you.
I have something to say. There's the most hated person in the county and the most loved person in the county. He's the most loved person in the county because he collects the money.
Somebody said, hey, the people don't really like us enough. Well, sure they do because I bring in the revenue, so that's good for our communities, right? Do you have the report? Okay, Judge. We'll go ahead and improvise on this. What do we have here? No, but that's the monthly, no? Okay, let me go ahead and put on my glasses, 'cause, the small numbers there. Okay. Okay, Judge Commissioners, under Hidalgo County Drainage District, the base amount penalty and interest and attorney fees, total collected for 2024, 2025, we have a $65,222,297.33. Total dispersed was $65,222,297.33. What else do we have? Let's see, let me, right here we go. On the current collections to date, last year's base amount was $57,967,418.04. This year's base amount of $60,953,842.54. Total collected above the collections above last year was $2,986,424.50. Last year's percentage of collections was 94.28. This year's 94.23. So overall, I believe we did great as far as the collections for the drainage. Based on the percentages is based on last year's levy was 60 million. This year was 64.7. So we came out pretty much almost with the same percentage of collections. So and 2.9 above. So I think we had a great year, and that's the report for the Drainage District. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions, Judge, or anything for Paul before you? Okay. Commissioners, all right, thank you. If I may, I'll move on to item 6A, presentation Drainage District 1, I'm sorry, 6B, question approval interlocal agreement by and between Dow County Drainage District 1 and the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley as it relates to the Edinburgh Stub pending final legal review. So this is a partnership we're working with UTRGV regarding the new stadium, green area adjacent to it, so they can have access and, you know, legal's reviewing all the information to utilize it for pedestrian traffic and perhaps some tailgating and so forth. So we did put in there that we wanted to have a spot for the drainage district, just, you know, for the tailgating. But anyway, outreach, it's outreach, you know, it's gonna be outreach, we're gonna outreach. Anyway,
Aren't you gonna build something there, Commish?
yes,
We're wanting to, a walking trail.
Yeah.
I think you're working on that as well, right, ma'am? So, yeah, this kind of falls in place, and I think it'll be a great opportunity for it to have dual use on that area as well, so.
Awesome.
So, yeah, we're working on that, but that's interlocal would work those details out.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank
Motion carries.
Item 6C, request approval to enter into a service agreement and annual subscription with ClearGov, Inc. in the amount of $10,800 per year for the financial reporting services. The subscription will automatically renew for successive one-year terms. Acquisition will be made through the district's participation in the Bi-Board Cooperative Contract Number 692-23. Authorizations requested for the county judge to execute the service agreement and related order form documents subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 7A, repayment approval for invoice number 11-2025 RD in the amount of $66,934.27 for Edina Precinct 4 for regular drain work during pay period 11-2025.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B, approval to issue payments on award of 3 special commissioners, Bianca Rivera, Elias Longoria, and Rene Ansaldua in the amount of $1,000 each pertaining to condemnation proceedings for cost number CCD 0822H, Judge Rodriguez. Ismael Rodriguez. So it's $1,000, which, wow, it's good.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Don't you love this country?
Well, I mean, it's a great thing because we've seen costs, so I guess the communications between the, you know, the judges and the board directors / commissioners has been good.
What court was that?
Come again?
What court?
Shoot.
H.
Do we have a court on that, Jaime? Can we get that information?
It's all right.
Yeah, we'll get it. That's good information.
Sounds like 8.
8. Judge Omar.
Okay.
Judge Omar? That's great. That's good.
Send them a gift basket.
That's real good.
Do you need a motion? Motion to
Yes.
approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 8A, request approval of First Amendment or local cooperative agreement between Dow County and Dow County Drainage District Number 1 for Disaster Recovery Allocation Program 183-1181, pending final legal review.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 8B, at 1, requesting approval of the final negotiated agreement for professional engineering service with SCI Civil PLLC for the project Base Lateral Ditch 2023 bond referendum project number 17, contract number CACDD 1-2505400819, and is approved for negotiations on 4/15/25, subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries.
And B2, acceptance and approval work session number 1 in the amount of $90,621.60 is submitted with Civil PLC through contract number CACDD 1-2505400819 to provide professional engineering service for Base Lateral Ditch 2023 bond referendum project number 17.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. C1, approve application pay number 7 in the amount of $157,925.06 from Core Equipment LLC pertaining to construction contract CACDD 1-2405611029 PSJ Drain.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 8C2 and 3, approve application payment number 3 in the amount of $456,474.90 cents from Medallion County Precinct 2 pertaining to construction pertaining to Nolana Loop, LJ Drain, Nolana Extension. And 3, approve application payment number 4 in the amount of $214,205.17 from Medallion County Precinct 2 pertaining to Nolana Loop, LJ Drain, Nolana Extension.
Who are you paying? Do you know who you're paying?
Oh, Precinct 2? It's going through Precinct 2, and then they've got the contractor listed on there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The contractor for construction, which I believe is Texas Cordia, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Yes, sir, the agreement is with Precinct 2 to provide for that drainage improvements at LJ, and they tied it into their project that they have, so they're
Just
doing the
making sure I
outfall and
didn't
everything.
have
Yes, sir, no, it's cool. 9A, 1, approve application payment number 2 in the amount of $4,530 and $11.78 in interest according to Texas Water Code 49276 from 88 Builders LLC, Virginia Canopy Fabrications, PO 650581.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of canopy is that? Like
Oh.
a small 15-footer?
No, what we did is we extended the, on our garage, our current garage, we extended it to the north to give more cover
Sure.
so we can work on, well, we can have equipment working outside and everything, yes, sir. And we're looking at doing the south side as well, sir.
And it was only $4,500?
Well, I don't know, there's a payment, right? Is it?
So
There's a payment.
motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Yes, on 9-2 and 9-3, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining and not participating in discussions on 9-2 and 9-3. 9-2, approve application payment number 12 in the amount of $40,768.35 from NM Contracting for Construction Contract CA CDD 123-076-0305, ACD1 Complex M&O Training Facility, and then item 9-3, approve application for payment number 13 in the amount $36,710.56 from NM Contracting pertaining to construction contract CACDD 123-076-0305, ACDD1 Complex M&O Training Facility. Everything's in order for items 9, 2, and 3.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action on these items.
10A, 1, approval to create 2 truck driver, 3 positions, set salary at grade 8, step 1.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So with our growth in fleet and everything, we have a lot of work in our hands, so we're creating these positions. And then 10A2, approval of updated M&O salary schedule, and then 3, budget amendment to final new positions for the remainder of 2025 in the amount of $42,904.98.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. 11A, requesting approval of closing documents parcel 2 as it relates to the JO1 drainage project and authorization for the chairman of the board to execute documents. And 11B, requesting approval of closing documents parcel OD7B1 as it relates to the Dow County RMA US 365 outfall project and authority of chairman of the board to execute documents pending final legal review.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
We do have a small item on the agenda, on the executive, sir.
Pursuant to subchapter D of chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under sections 551.02, .074, and possibly .01. May I have a motion to do so?
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 9:49. Okay, we do have one action item.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Under item 13A, action is required to authorize Mr. Sassine to proceed as discussed in the closed meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank
I
you.
think that
Commissioners.
concludes our
Have a great one.
agenda items. I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Let me call the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court meeting to order. We'll start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Garcia, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ellie Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum of 5. Today, we're very honored to have U.S. Army veteran Ambrosio Tovar, leading us in today's pledge. He served from 1974 to 1977. He received the rank of E4. He works as a procurement department director with the Head Start program. Please lead us in today's pledge.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. Today, we're also honored to have Mary Ann Denner. She's the Chief Juvenile Probation Officer, will lead us in today's prayer.
Chief?
Good morning, everyone. If we'll please bow our heads if you're able. Dear Lord, we come to you today. We thank you first for waking us up this morning. Lord, we ask that you bless us as we go through this day. We ask that you bless our commissioners and you give them the discernment on the decisions that they're going to make today. Lord, I ask that you give everyone traveling mercies as they go back to the departments or to wherever it is that they're coming from, Lord. We ask these things in your name, I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next, we'll go to the approval of the consent agenda.
Thank you. Judge, Commissioners, under consent agenda, I'd like to pull items 5A, 1 and 2, 10B, 1, 10C, 1 and 3, 10D, 4, 10E, 3, and 10J, 1 and 2. Motion to approve the balance of the consent.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Judge Commissioners, with respect to consent agenda items 5A, 1 and 2, 10B, 1, 10C, 1 and 3, 10D, 4, 10E, 3, and 10J, 1 and 2, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action. They have been vetted and we do recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action on these items.
Thank you.
Next item, we have some awards and recognitions.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners of the Court. Dr. Jennifer Mendoza Culbertson, representing the Office of Eli Torres, Hidalgo County Precinct 4 Commissioner. We are presenting Agenda Item 100369, Approval of Resolution of Tribute in loving memory of Mrs. Sabrina Walker Hernandez. Whereas the citizens of Edinburgh lost a valued community leader with the passing of Mrs. Sabrina Walker Hernandez on July the 12th, 2025, at the age of 54. And whereas Mrs. Sabrina Walker Hernandez was born on January 31st, 1971, to Curtis and Joyce Walker, and grew up with the companionship of 3 siblings, Yakisha, Kimberly, and Curtis. Mrs. Walker Hernandez also had the loving support of her husband, Mr. Hector Hernandez, and her 4 children, Joseph, Nadia, Destiny, and Amaya. She was also a proud grandmother to 5 grandchildren, Liam, Austin, Serenity, Avery, and Uriah. And whereas Mrs. Walker Hernandez honorably served in the United States Army for 4 years, upon her honorable discharge, she returned home where she earned her bachelor's degree in political science and a master's degree in public administration from the University of Texas Pan American. She also obtained a nonprofit management certification from Harvard University. And whereas from 1999 to 2019, Mrs. Walker Hernandez served as the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of Edinburgh, Rio Grande Valley. She went on to establish Building Better boards, where she mentored thousands of nonprofit leaders across the nation as an inspirational speaker, presented leadership workshops, and gave keynote speeches. And whereas Mrs. Walker Hernandez further benefited her community as a board member of the Museum of South Texas History, the Edinburgh Economic Development Corporation, the Rotary Club of Edinburgh and Village in the Valley, upon many, many other organizations she was heavily involved with. She also chaired the mayor's Youth Advisory Council. In addition, she used her battle with cancer to help others, publicly sharing her journey and raising funds for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And whereas Mrs. Sabrina Walker improved her community out of the kindness of her heart and was very modest in doing so. She never sought anything in return. However, in recognition of all of her efforts and accomplishments, she received the Jim Wetherington Southwesterner Award from the Boys and Girls Club of America in 2023. She was named Woman of the Year by the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby pays tribute to the memory of Mrs. Sabrina Walker Hernandez and extends its deepest condolences to all who mourn her passing. She will never be forgotten and will forever be in our hearts. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We have two individuals sharing remarks this morning, and we will begin with Mr. Hector Hernandez.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to definitely, on behalf of my family and her family, thank you for this day. You know, I think, you know, for the most part, she'll be very proud of that. You know, just the fact that she's being recognized for her achievements and her life in general. She was a beautiful woman inside and out. Definitely, as you can see, those surrounding me was very much, you know, liked and admired here in the community. So, you know, again, you know, on behalf of my family and hers, you know, thank you, because for us, this is somewhat comforting, you know, for the family, for us, for me, you know, just to know that she's being recognized for this, because right now it's a very hard time for us. We're taking it day by day, and of course, a woman like that or a person like that is very strong. It's just hard to just you know, just live without, to be honest with you. So, and I guess, you know, it's been 5 weeks since her passing, and it was very sudden. We didn't expect that. You know, I've been thinking about the meaning of what happened in her life and everything. Me spending 33 years with her, you know, as her husband, you know, I think that the message or the legacy that she can leave behind is just, you know, the fact that, you know, everyone should live life to the fullest, you know, whether it be in your personal or in your professional life. Just give it your best shot. Give it everything that you have, because she knew the time roughly she had on this earth, and she gave it all. And, you know, and I wasn't going to hold her back. I was just going to support her, because, you know, for that type of individual, you know, being cooked up in the house and just, you know, me telling her, no, don't go. I just don't want you to get sick. And you know, I wasn't going to do that to her, to be honest with you. She wanted the whole experience, the whole spectrum of life. And believe me, we all have our own time here. We just don't know it. She did. So, again, you know, I think her legacy is just live it to the fullest, you know, and do what's best for your community, because she really loved this community. You know, back in '92, we came down here and we lived here for 33 years. And back then it was just orchards, and, you know, so we saw the transformation of the valley, and she loved it. She knew of its potential, and loved this community, you know, and threw herself at it. So again, thank you very much. I don't know, this is my daughter, Maya. I don't know if she wants to say a few words.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Amaya. I'm her youngest daughter. I just want to say thank you so much for honoring my mom. Sorry, there's not much that can come to my mind right now. I just want to say thank you so much.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here as we honor Sabrina. I can see by the heavy hearts that are here, I can see the weight on everyone's face. And I want to thank Mr. Hernandez and Amaya and all the family for sharing Sabrina with our community. And while she's no longer with us, her legacy will live forever as an example of service, because that's exactly who she was. She was a person with a servant's heart. And we just want to thank you, and thank you again for sharing Sabrina with us.
Excuse me.
One, two, and three. Got it. Hold on. One more. Thank you. Should I get in the back? Just be careful.
Thank you.
I know.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, next we have a proclamation commemorating the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley 10-year anniversary. Come on up.
Proclamation commemorating the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley's 10-year anniversary. Whereas the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley is celebrating its 10th anniversary in August 2025. Whereas known for its broad range of academic programs, affordable tuition, and supportive campus environment, the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley is an award-winning institution that has produced more than 60,000 degrees since opening its doors in 2015. And whereas significant accomplishments during the university's first decade of operation include adding 42 new bachelor's, master's, and doctoral and professional degrees, and an increase in research expenditures of nearly 600%. Ongoing student success is reflected in the university's record-breaking enrollment, retention, and graduation rates. And whereas this exemplary institution made historic strides in medical education when it opened the only school of medicine in South Texas in 2016, and it has since expanded quality healthcare services in the region with 25 clinical care sites throughout the Rio Grande Valley. And whereas the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley opened the state's first school of podiatric medicine in 2022 and will further expand student opportunities with the opening of the region's first comprehensive academic cancer and surgery center in 2025, and the state's second school of optometry in 2027. And whereas in 2021, the university's Student Government Association executed a student referendum that would enhance campus life by adding a Division I football championship subdivision team and other programs. In the fall of 2025, the football team will kick off its inaugural season and establish the first Division I college program at the university and in the region. And whereas the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley has earned national acclaim for its commitment to value, social mobility, and economic impact, and has been ranked the #1 university in Texas in 2023 and 2024 by Washington Monthly Magazine, as well as the best public university in Texas for value and social mobility by the Wall Street Journal. The school has further gained recognition as a community-engaged university by the Carnegie Foundation. Now therefore be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby commemorate the 10th anniversary of the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley and congratulate its leaders, faculty, staff, and students on a decade of success. Seeking approval this 19th day of August.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
And now for a few words, Ms. Veronica Gonzalez.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'm Veronica Gonzalez, Senior Vice President for Government and Community Relations. And on behalf of Dr. Guy Bailey and everyone at the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley, we want to thank you for recognizing UTRGV on our 10th anniversary, which will officially be on August 30th. As I was here listening to the proclamation for Sabrina Walker Hernandez, I thought to myself, what wonderful alumni we have from our legacy university, UTPA, and of course from UT Brownsville as well. It is that giving spirit that continues and that we're trying to really nourish for our students that are coming to the university so that they will continue to give to their communities. And as you heard, I mean, it's been 10 years, but what an amazing 10 years it's been, and how much have we been able to do in 10. I can only imagine we'll be able to do in 20 and 30 years. As you heard, many colleges around the country are declining in enrollment, and ours continues to grow. We're now over 34,000 students. Imagine that. 34,000 kids getting an education. At the time that they were drafting the proclamation, we had 42 degree programs. We've now added 45 degree programs. That is an opportunities to study in any field that you want to study in so that you don't have to leave home if you choose not to. We've also graduated over 60,000 students. Think about what that does to our students and their families and to our community and our economy when you have 60,000 graduates that are now in the workforce. We are truly grateful for the strong partnership that we've had with Hidalgo County throughout these 10 years. You have been very supportive of us in everything we've done, especially with the medical school and starting the medical school and having an AHEC clinic in Precinct 4, helping us with the funding for the medical school. I'm proud to say that we've now graduated 6 classes of the medical school, and that in this last class, of the 55 students that came in, 31 are from the Rio Grande Valley, 56.3%. So we really are educating our own. As you know, we've opened collegiate high schools here in Edinburgh and in McAllen. We've partnered with Quinta Mazatlan on what's going to be a beautiful urban ecology center. We've got business incubator in Weslaco and have small business advisors placed in cities and economic development corporations throughout the county. We've now opened, even though we haven't done our official grand opening, but we've now opened our long-awaited cancer and surgery center so that cancer patients do not have to travel outside the Rio Grande Valley to get cancer care. And we're starting a school of optometry that's going to open in 2027. Those are just a few of the many great things that have happened in 10 years. And it's no secret that in 11 days, we will be playing our first football game, so at the Robert and Janet Vacker Football Stadium here in Edinburgh. And we hope that you're all going to come out and join us. Much has happened in the 10 years, and none of it would be possible without strong partnerships. So thank you. Thank you for being great partners. Thank you for being great friends. And go Vaqueros. Thank you.
There's an egg in the back over there. Eat your heart out, boy.
Okay, everybody look forward, please. Is someone else coming? I'm calling for a minute. Oh, shy. No? You're very shy. All right. Everyone's calling people. All right. Put your hands down and look forward and smile. 1, 2, 3.
Everybody beat? Yeah.
Okay, next item is open forum.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, we do have one participant under open forum, Ms. Fern McClarity. There is a 3-minute time limit, I will advise. There is 1 minute left. And I'd like, Ms. Fern, if you will allow me just 1 second.
I know it by heart. I can almost read it.
I gotta switch glasses here. I'm sorry. So, for the audience, I'd like to remind the public that they're always welcome to participate in public forum. They need to be familiar with the rules of decorum which prohibit direct and indirect personal attacks on members of the court or any county individuals. The comments made should also pertain to county business and cannot be threatening in nature. Ms. Fern, I will start when you start.
Commissioners, I'm going to take a few minutes to discuss the sale of the $50 million in bonds without any input from the public. First of all, $39.6 million are maturing, and this court has decided to increase the amount to $50 million. The obvious question is why not reduce the amount to be issued and give the people living in poverty a tax break? The answer to this question is frightening because it says that no matter what this council says, it will always decide to take more money from the people. We are selling bonds because interest rates will never be lower, and we get to decide what is the best interest of the people. That is the attitude being set forth by your actions. In April 2024, this county signed a 50-year lease with Willacy County to remodel and use this jail for $59,800,000. So why do we need more jail cells? There must be a better alternative with them and the prisoners. And my thing is, I want to talk about the pods. The jail was built with a mission that there would be pods built. And so we know it's already designed. So let's see if we can save some of that $50 million instead of giving it away to engineers or to the ones that architects. But my major concern is that the current debt service is $33 million a year, and now that will continue for another 25 years. Think of the $33 million a year just to go to the county can have funds available when the county needs it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is $660 million to keep the same level of funding over the 20-year life of this loan. Also, the problem is the construction may take 2 or 3 years if we're lucky. An additional concern is the growing support for limits on the public spending. Governor Abbott has placed on the ballot 3 bills that will increase the homestead exemption. The governor also said he will further be checking to see if he can restrict the city and county from increasing our values. The House Bill 9, which is talking about business personal property, will go from $2,500 to $125,000. The Senate 4 bill raises the homestead exemption from $100,000 to $140,000. And Senate Bill 23 will have the exemption of $200,000 for homeowners who are disabled and 65 years of age or older. Please go and vote on those 17 propositions. And I ask everyone today to please pray for Israel and the hostages to be returned to their families. Thank you.
Thank you. We have no other participants.
We're going to depart from the normal agenda items. We're going to go item 15A. Mr. Paul, you're up.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. It's an honor always to be in front of you and come and present the annual report. We're going to present the annual reports for the tax office and also the motor vehicle department. It gives us an opportunity to let our community, our people from Hidalgo County know what we're doing at the tax office and why it's important for us to collect this money for them. Okay, if you look at I have the collections for the county. I do have my tax manager, Julio Espinosa, and of course, Santos Castilleja Motor Vehicle, tax manager. For Hidalgo County Annual Tax Report for July 1st, 2024 through June 30th of 2025, we do collect the base amount up to January 31st, and then after that's penalties and interest, and then the attorney fees after July the 1st. For the total amount collected that went through our office was $327,993,149.35. Under tax certificates, $9,490. Miscellaneous, $20,164. NSF charge fees, $34,768.14. And I know that the commissioners are very involved in trying to help out the colonias where you have put street lights for them. And that's something that I commend you for. We did collect for the street lights $548,814.89. Hospital district funding that comes to our office, that money that we collect for them, $170,542,390.51 for a total miscellaneous of $171,234,316. Total collected for 2024-25 for Hidalgo County is $499,227,465.46. If you go to the next page, or the recap of current tax collections, we do have current collections to date. Last year, for 2023-2024, the base amount was $288,660,799.27. This year, the current collections, $306,588,794.40. So we did collect $17.9 million above last year's collections. So I want to thank my staff, the tax managers, of course, our community, our taxpayers. They're responsible for paying this money. So once we bring in this money to the county, then we can provide great services. I remember when I started back in 1985 with Ciro Trevino, the late Ciro Trevino. At that time, we only had 5 entities. Today, we're up to 45 entities. We added the Emergency Service District 5 and 6 too. So overall, it's been an honor. It's a big responsibility, but it's something that I've enjoyed throughout my lifetime. The reason I'm saying this is because I had met Ms. Sabrina before, and I didn't know why people were here, but that was something special, you know. What a blessing to have somebody like that. So I just want to let you know, and I think our next report will be our motor vehicle after. Thank you.
May I ask a quick question?
Yes, sir.
And you may not be prepared to answer this question, but if you divide residential, commercial property, am I anywhere close to 34% are commercial properties that make up this tax base?
More than likely, that's about 34, and then the rest is more residential and
Okay, thank you.
properties. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vidal. Good morning, Judge, Commissioner, Santos Castilla. I'm the motor vehicle manager. Have a few more details here to go over. But I'm here to present to you the statement of revenue collections for the motor vehicle department. These collections are from the different motor vehicle transaction services the tax office provides. On the screen, you can see a list of those that include initial registration, registration renewals, vehicle title transfers, change of addresses on motor vehicles, disabled license plates, parking plaque cards, temporary permits, exempt registrations, and specialty license plates. Next slide. There were 894,617 different transaction types recorded for 2024, bringing in $252,951,896.88. Next slide. The next slide is the 2024 county collections in comparison to 2023. Registration processing handling fee commission totaled $1.8 million. Special revenue road and bridge collections totaled $360,000. Sales tax commissions for 2024 was $8.5 million. Total collections for road and bridge in 2024 generated $7.1 million. Total net registration commissions, including road and bridge, totaled $17.9 million. With 198,779 titles processed in Hidalgo County, an additional 993,000 was collected in title commission fees. Excuse me. Next on the report are miscellaneous collections, which include beer and wine commissions totaling 188,000, NSF charge fees of 4,900, city scofflaw fees of 125,000, and title service fees that generated 21,500. In 2024, our bank account earned $129,374.09 in interest. Total county collections was $19.4 million. Adding the RMA collections of $7.1 million brings our total to $26,519,936, a 2.4% increase. Next slide. An additional $226 million was collected for the state of Texas. The majority of that was sales tax to the state comptroller totaling $170 million, followed by registration fees collected for the Department of Motor Vehicles, which was $47 million, and the state inspection fee for the Department of Public Safety and the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality totaling $5.5 million. As mentioned earlier, the total amount collected at the Motor Vehicle Office in 2024 was $252 million. This was $2.3 million more in revenue collections than the year before. Next slides are a couple of graphs. As you can see from the graphs, our collections had a 0.9% increase in 2024, with commissions and fee collections at about a 1.3% increase. Hidalgo County had 708,363 vehicles registered in 2024. That's a 1.4% increase. Next slide. Next report has the current transactions from January through June of the current year. The current transactions total is at 516,000, bringing in 146 million up to date. Key accounts include registration processing handling fee commission at 4.5 more than this time last year, totaling 1,069,000. The previous year's sales tax awarded us a commission totaling 8.7 million for 2025, a 1.9% increase. Road and bridge and RMA collections show a slight increase of 9.7%, totaling 4.1 million. Title transactions are a little bit up at 4.9 more than last year, bringing in 543,000. Next slide. And finally, the sales tax collections are at 8.4 more and are at about 95 million. State registration commissions total is also more at about 8.6%. Overall current figures show that we are at 8% increase compared to last year. We hope that remains steady throughout the rest of the year. For this year or last year, sir? This year, we were at 198, I'm sorry. Last year, we were at 894,000. And this year, I don't see that total here, sir. I'd have to double check that. Do we have any questions?
I want to thank my staff because every time we make a presentation, they always put my high school picture, so thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Okay. Do we have to accept the report or approve the report?
Yes, Judge.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Well, I think it's only fitting we now go to 16B and 16C.
Thank you very much, County Judge. Esteemed Commissioners, it's my pleasure to present the Delinquent Tax Collection Report by Linebarger, Goggin, Blair, and Sampson. I'm Kelly Rivera Salazar, a partner at Linebarger, along with my partner Michael Cano, and my other partner Jimmy Gonzalez in the second row. Thank you for your time. This is for the period of July 2024 through June 2025. Oh, let me find the clicker. Oh, there it is. Okay. So as always, our delinquent tax collection program on behalf of the county begins when we get our data from the Hidalgo County Tax Office. We carefully review that delinquent tax roll. We identify those accounts that are ripe for collections. We complete and initiate our mailing program. We conduct additional research as required on those accounts, and we make contact with the delinquent taxpayers either via phone or knocking on doors in an effort to collect. And if any of these methods are unsuccessful in getting a taxpayer to come in and initiate payments, our last resort is litigation. We'd like to highlight a Linebarger initiative which is beginning this month. It is text messaging to delinquent taxpayers. We've implemented this new outreach initiative to delinquent taxpayers by sending text message reminders in addition to our traditional mailed notices. We wanted to highlight that today because the taxpayers that are listening or in the office, the delinquent taxpayers, may receive these out of the blue, and I know sometimes they can be intimidating or questionable or ignored. So it's important that the folks know that this is a real effort and an outreach program on behalf of our firm. These messages are delivered using a short code, a 5 to 6 digit number regulated by mobile carriers, which enhances the legitimacy, security, and reliability while ensuring that Linebarger's branding is clearly displayed, as you see there on that example, so residents can easily recognize the sender. The short codes reduce the risk of messages being mistaken for spam. They improve delivery rates and demonstrate compliance with industry standards. By adopting this technology, our firm is helping the county stay current with technology and modern communication practices, ensuring that outreach remains effective, trusted, and accessible to residents. We've communicated with Mr. Valdeguerra and your technology department regarding displaying this blue box on the county website so folks that receive these can also verify that what they've got is legitimate and it's an outreach program on behalf of the county. Regarding our collection activities during this year, we have mailed over 102 statements to delinquent taxpayers within Hidalgo County. We've initiated or received over 56,000 phone calls. That's right from, directed, and received to our local Valley offices. We've conducted over 4,500 property visits. Like I mentioned before, that's knocking on doors and communicating directly with the taxpayer, because sometimes that's the most effective tool to explain the delinquency and communicate more effectively. We've initiated 966 payment agreements, and we're actively involved in lawsuits. We're in the courthouse regularly. I think Jimmy had court today, or he's scheduled for court today. We filed over 1,300 lawsuits. This year, we've disposed of 888, and we've initiated 41 tax warrants on business personal property. At this point, I'll turn it over to my partner, Michael Cano.
Thank you, Kelly. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. When we were engaged by the county a few years back, one of the directives we got was to work with your resident homestead taxpayers. And I'm very proud to report that I know every time we come here, either every 6 months, every year, that I continue to emphasize that we do not foreclose, or we have not had to foreclose on your resident homestead taxpayers. That remains the case today. We're very proud of that. So these numbers that you see on our chart, there you go. You'll see that this past year, we put up 124 properties for sale through the tax foreclosure process. Between those that were sold at a sale and a resale is 44 properties. About 35% were sold at a tax sale or a tax resale. You'll see that 25 paid before the sale, 25 entered into a payment agreement, which is about 40%, and that's about average. 40% of the people work something out so they don't lose their property. And we have about 10% or 12 properties where either a TRO is filed, they file for bankruptcy, legal reasons that requires that we pull those from the sale. And then we have what we call struck-off properties, and I kind of always slow down here because I know this is an issue that was very important to Commissioner Cantu when he was at the city of FAR. And he may recall that back then about 80 or 90% of the properties we put up for sale would be struck off because no one would bid the amount of taxes due. We were waiting too long is the way it was, described back then. So now we have about 10% of the properties that are struck off, Commissioner Cantu, and unfortunately we'll never get to zero because a lot of these properties are, maybe like a 5-foot by 200-foot strip that's left over from a development, but we still have to sell it, get it struck off, so that we can entertain a private bid, perhaps by the drainage district or someone else, just to remove that from the tax roll. So the vast majority of our properties that we do put up for sale are either they're sold through the process or they're paid, and those that we're having struck off are very beneficial struck off properties, so we can address it through the resale and private bid process. So I'm very proud to report those numbers. And you'll see on top that this reflects about $424,000 in proceeds to the county, but that's just to Hidalgo County, and I want you all to know that the efforts that Hidalgo County makes in moving these vacant lots, abandoned properties, is a big benefit to the local communities, and it's probably generated over about $2.5 million also for the local taxing jurisdictions. So not just for the county, this work is also very good for the local taxing jurisdictions. On the next chart, the next page of your report, you'll see that this year we collected about $2 million more than we did the prior year. We always benchmark to the prior year, obviously for budgetary purposes, and we're always very proud to report when we have an increase in collections, so that way the finance office can meet its budget goals. But I think what we're most proud of, Judge and Commissioners, is that we're able to accomplish this and still not sell resident homesteads. We're not displacing. We're not in the business of displacing families from their homes. Like Kelly mentioned in her report, we visit people at their homes, we get them into payment agreements, and we've been very successful with that program, and we still remain one of the only counties in this state of Texas that does not aggressively pursue homestead foreclosures. So that being said, one of the things we do, I know Kelly mentioned one of our outreach programs, something new, or not new, something we've been doing for about 10 years as well, is we go around every precinct in this county and we do taxpayer seminars. I do them, Kelly does them, Mr. Villarreal does them, Mr. Garza from the appraisal district. We do them in every precinct, and we also do some with nonprofits. Every time someone reaches out to us, I think there's another slide. Anytime someone reaches out to us, we've had women's organizations. I think we did one recently with the Rio Grande Valley Builders Association. Anytime we get called, we all show up together. The appraisal district office, someone from the tax office, and someone from our office. We're the only ones doing this initiative. We've been doing it for 10 years. That way, when a taxpayer has a question about their property taxes, they get it answered in one location at one time. Doesn't matter, and there's no passing the buck. Well, you need to go to the appraisal district for that. You have someone from all three offices, and it's a very valuable tool to educating the taxpayers about their exemptions, about how to buy properties, whatever their question is. How can I protest my value? All three of us are always there. We never say no. So anyone listening online, if you have an organization and you would like to have the three representatives from our office, the appraisal district, and Mr. Villarreal's office from the current tax office, we actually really enjoy doing these taxpayer education workshops. So please reach out to us. And that being said, we have one. Kelly's going to be having one tomorrow in the City Mission at the Mission Chamber of Commerce. Again, anybody's welcome. These things are always free, and we actually provide lunches at these events as well. So anyone in the missionary that would like to go, Ms. Salazar will be there tomorrow. There'll also be some from the appraisal district and Mr. Villarreal's office, and we'd like to sit and visit with you. So that's about it, Judge, Commissioners, unless you all have some questions for us.
The county is only one of multiple jurisdictions that make a total tax bill. If some other jurisdiction wants to foreclose on a residential property, what controls do you have either to keep them from doing it or not? How does that work?
So we've been dealing with this for 10 years, Judge. That's a very, very good question. And, you know, we represent the vast majority of those taxing entities. And we've been very blessed in these past 10 years that maybe it's our culture in South Texas, I don't know, but everyone has the same mindset as this Commissioner's Court. So when we mentioned to them that we have a directive from the Commissioner's Court to work with our resident taxpayers, everyone is pretty much have been on board. Of course, there's a few clients we do not represent, and I can't speak for those, but I'll tell you that for all the clients that we collect for, we've been asked about it, and once we delineate the policy and what we're trying to accomplish, because our collections have been great, there's really not a need for that. Now, Judge, we've spoken about this in the past. There may come a time when we have to tighten the belt, and we may have to get to that point. But we're very blessed in this county that we continue to grow year after year. There's no need to go there yet if we don't have to. And again, we still are able to collect more money every year than the year before. And we're in a good place. And as long as we're there, we're going to carry out this court's commission of working with our resident taxpayers.
Since you do a lot of delinquent tax collections, are you seeing any change in the trend? Is it getting better, getting worse, staying the same?
But I'll give you, I don't know if you have that's a very good question. So I do a lot of regression analysis for the firm, and I tend to go back 10, 20 years. And, you know, I just did one recently for PSG-ISD, and I'll tell you that, for example, in PSG-ISD, the amount of delinquent taxes that there was to collect, what we call the delinquent tax roll, was twice as much 20 years ago as what it is today. But their tax bills, what they're issuing in tax receipts every year, has doubled. And pretty much the same for the county. So if you look back 10, 20 years, your current tax levy is going up, not because your tax rate's going up, it's going up because property values are, you know, there's more development going on, which is a great thing. So that's going up, and you would tend to think that because that's going up like a normal business, as your accounts, you know, as your revenue increases, your accounts payable, your accounts receivable, everything normally increases with it. But on the delinquent tax side, the amount that we have available to collect stays the same or is going down every year. So we have less to collect from. So our business, we're kind of working ourselves out of a job because we collect more every year than what's being poured into that account. And the reason why I say that is because with the migration of all these tax offices to the current tax office, Mr. Villarreal's office, a lot of these entities had collection rates on the current side about 80, 85% 15, 20 years ago. Mr. Villarreal's office is now averaging about 96, 97%. More people are paying their taxes on time because it's just the current tax office is a lot more efficient and effective. 2, more people are escrowing their taxes with mortgages. And 3, a lot more people are getting educated about the penalties, very severe penalties of not paying your taxes. So with all those combined, I'll tell you that there's less and less people per capita going delinquent every year. So that's a good thing, right? Because you get your money up front. For those that are delinquent, we're never going to remove those delinquent accounts. Or some people have over 65 exemptions and tax deferrals, so they're going to remain delinquent and they're legally protected. And then you have those properties that the parents die, the heirs can't agree as to who's going to take over the property, and you just have these abandoned properties. Those are the ones that we're currently going after. And I'll tell you, Judge, it's a great question. The vast majority of our taxpayers in Hidalgo County that live here, work here, and have a home here know they have to pay their taxes. And if they're not paid up, if they're not escrowing, they come into our office and they get into a payment plan with us. So we are becoming more efficient as a county.
Well, I have one more, and
Sure.
I'll let the commissioners ask, okay? There's always a question of who's responsible for the evaluations. If we go to the appraisal district and say, wait a minute, we'd like you to be very, very liberal, very free, keep values low, would the state of Texas quarrel with us telling them that?
Absolutely, Judge. That's another great question. We actually have an expert in our office that covers that.
Tell us why that's true.
Let me try to explain it in very simple terms if I can, because it's a complicated question. So the appraisal district is not actually, a lot of people think because it's called the Hidalgo County Appraisal District, that it's an entity that you all control. It doesn't. It's its own political subdivision. And they are actually managed by the State Comptroller's Office, not by the County Commissioner's Court. So even though the local appraisal district in all 254 of our counties, they have to appraise the properties on their own, okay, or they come up with evaluations. They can't just do whatever they want because those numbers every year are audited by the State Comptroller's Office. And if they're found to be out of a certain variance, they're not in compliance, then the state will come in and assign their valuations to the properties. So the appraisal district has a boss, and it's not this commissioner's court, it's actually the state
Darn it, you
comptroller.
mean I can't tell them what to do?
You
God
cannot.
almighty.
And I'll tell you, it's a very complicated process, but it's a beautiful process once you get to know it, because what they do is they use the market. You know, unfortunately, the appraisal district doesn't have the ability to access the MLS data, which would be the most effective way to doing it. But they do appraisals, and I know it seems unfair that the property value is going up, but just pick up a local real estate guide, you see the price of homes and properties has gone up, and that's why taxes have gone up.
Thank you for that information. Does anybody have any questions?
A comment. Just a few years ago, there was a situation that we addressed it and it was fine. But when we go to these properties that we have to sell, just making sure that they're not landlocked. I know that we've encountered that situation a couple of times where they're trying to resolve the issue and they have no access. So just as you start with those processes, just ensuring that there's access to those properties.
Yes, and so we actually do sell landlocked properties, and we have to, because otherwise they just kind of stay there. But what we do, Commissioner, is we make it very clear in the description, landlocked properties. And what we've actually found, which is a little bizarre but makes sense, there's actually quite a few investors that all they buy is landlocked properties because they buy them at a discounted rate. And they know they're looking for a place to park their money, to invest their money. They're playing the matrix table. So they buy these landlocked properties at a very reduced rate, and then they hold on from 10, 15 years. Someone's going to want that property eventually to develop it, or the neighbor, and then they're going to sell it for a large amount. So we sell them, but we did heed your advice. Where we disclose it, and we try to let them know this is what they're buying. And now I think most of those that are sold are actually on purpose. Now, and I'll tell you, we're currently working on a project. Hopefully we'll have it wrapped up soon. A lot of these properties, we sell them with the intent to get them struck off if no one bids on them, because we're in the process of packaging up a lot of these properties. If they border a drainage canal that belongs to the drainage district, the drainage district may have the easement on that property. And one example I can give you off the top of my head is if you're familiar with Wallbangers on North 10th Street here in McAllen. There's a slim piece of property right next to Wallbangers, between Wallbangers and the drainage canal. And it runs, I think it's like 20 feet long by probably 2,000 feet. And it's one of the largest delinquent accounts in McAllen ISD, City of McAllen. But we can't do anything. No one's going to buy it because the whole thing is a drainage easement. But the drainage district doesn't own the surface rights. They just have the easement. There's a lot of these properties across the county. So what we're doing with these is, so you have a delinquency on the roll, but it's a false amount because you're never going to get that amount, is we're getting them sold, struck off, and then we're going to prepare all of those together in a packet, meet with the drainage district and say, okay, make us an offer to buy the surface rights to all these properties, and then now the drainage district will become the owner of the entire property, not just the easement, and it removes it from the tax roll so we have a better idea of what's delinquent, not delinquent. It's a very complicated project, but very worthwhile project.
Well, I appreciate that you're addressing all of those issues.
Absolutely.
In the way that you are. And Judge, just as a side note, I know you're always bragging about UT and stuff. It's great to have some Notre Dame Irish.
Commissioner, I just moved my son to UT Austin this past weekend.
I'm so sorry. I have one there too.
It's a good Catholic school.
So anyhow, thank you all very much, and thanks for allowing us to serve this county and its taxpayers. We really do appreciate it.
Good.
Make a motion to accept the report.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you very much for the report. We're going to go to 16C on the executive.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to provide an update on the work that the Hidalgo County Historical Commission has been doing this term. We hope to start making these reports semi-regularly to kind of keep you apprised. But I'll begin with outlining some baseline statistics of where we are. As of today, we have 172 historical markers in Hidalgo County. Of those, 36 are recorded Texas historic landmarks, and we have 1 state antiquities landmark. Additionally, we have 24 properties or districts that are listed on the National Register of Historic Places, and we have 14 designated historic Texas cemeteries. And I have to just say that the credit to all of those markers and designations goes to previous generations of Hidalgo County historical commissioners who worked tirelessly over decades to preserve and tell the illustrious history of our county. I myself have only been on this historical commission since 2021, and of our 15 appointed members, 12 are serving their first or second terms. We know that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before, but we're excited to carry the torch forward into the future. But back to this present term. So one exciting update is, so in June of this year, Hidalgo County Historical Commission hosted and organized a South Texas regional training on historic preservation here at the Edinburgh campus of UTRGV. We invited 8 of our neighboring counties and several preservation-affiliated nonprofit organizations at the regional, state, and national level. And we had over 40 people attend this workshop where the Texas Historical Commission staff actually presented and gave training. I'm also pleased to announce that sort of second item on the agenda is that we last month were certified by the National Park Service as the state of Texas's newest certified local government, or CLG. So there are 83, and we're the 83rd. This new designation will allow us to have access to state and federal resources, mostly technical assistance, but also potentially grant funding to better identify and protect the historic resources of our county. Our CLG committee is already in the process of inventorying the earlier mentioned landmarks so that we can plan best ways to provide these historic property owners with knowledge and assistance they need to care for them, and hopefully, for some of those that need it, to restore them to their full potential. I look forward to working with your offices to see what we can do with some of these properties and projects. We are also proud to say that we're ramping up production again on new historical markers. We had the pleasure of dedicating one Minnie Mae Nickel Homestead in Weslaco a few weeks ago. And after a few years of minimal or no marker dedications, we expect a flurry of marker unveilings in the next 6 to 18 months. 3 new markers were just approved by the Texas Historical Commission last week, and another 7 are pending, being minted or shipped from the foundry, including, keep your eyes open for these, but Falcon Records in Mission, the Colegio Jacinto Trevino in Mercedes, the Miller-Kelsey House in McAllen, and Stephen F. Austin Elementary here in Edinburgh. Our goal is to carry this momentum forward over the next few years through the semi-quincentennial in 2026, but also more excitingly, Hidalgo County's 175th anniversary in 2027. We are grateful to the Commissioners Court for your continued support and look forward to working with you to make these goals realities in the coming years and beyond. So, again, thank you, and if you have any questions, we'd love to answer them or get together and figure out what we can do with some of these places.
Well, thank you very much for your service. We're going to triple your pay, okay?
We'd appreciate it.
They're volunteers.
We do have a budget, and we thank you for that as well.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to Mr. Guerra and Ms. Salinas for their assistance. They've been very, very helpful for us.
Thank you.
Well, now let's have a drum roll. We're going to have the Aggies come up, 17A. We have to be good to them. There are too many of them.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oops.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Our first item, 17A, is just our presentation of our Texas A&M AgriLife Extension quarterly reports from our quarters 1 through 3 of 2025. These are our quarterly reports that show all the great work that we do here in the county for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service and the citizens of the county. These are available on our county website, hidalgo.agrilife.org, but we just wanted to put the nice printed copies in your hands for you to look through whenever you can, and then the public can access them, obviously, at our website on hidalgo.agrilife.org. So those are full of all the agent work that we've done. Includes all of our county employees, state employees, everybody that's in our local office. And I guess I'll go on to 17B. We are requesting approval to appoint our new county extension agent for Family Community Health, Karen Cantu. Agent will commence employment on September 1st, 2025, and I'd like to introduce our district extension administrator, Dr. Ruba Saldana, to introduce her.
Okay, I think I got a little ahead of myself a minute ago. Judge, Commissioners, what we wanted to do here, I have extra copies here, but hopefully the letter and the other information is part of your packet. We have not, as a little background, we have not sent that notice out yet, but the recent bill that was signed by the President on July 1st cut funding for several of our programs, and we're going to be dismissing close to 100 employees as a result of that. One of those is to my right here behind me, and so it was, call it good timing, good fortune, God watching out over us, but we're trying to place those that we can in existing positions that we have, and we were very fortunate to have one here in Hidalgo County. And Karen's probably one of our best BLT agents. So she started back in 2019, as soon as right after she graduated from UTRGV, by the way, and she got her bachelor's degree in environmental science, and then proceeded to get a master's degree in health science with a concentration in nutrition. So this will be a very helpful background to have, and she's already familiar with the agency. She started in a county position. She moved on into this Better Living for Texans nutrition education position, and with your permission, we'd like to move her into the county extension agent for family and community health position effective on September 1st. I believe the county's portion of the salary is $18,597. We cover the rest of her salary along with retirement and all other benefits. But as a partner with our agency, we like to come to the court and make sure that you all are aware and supportive and approve those kinds of decisions. We do all of the HR stuff and come to you for final approval once the background check is made and an offer's been made, conditional upon court approval.
Okay. May I have such a motion? So moved. Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, and congratulations. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you. I'm excited to continue this work in Hidalgo County. Thank you.
Great.
Judge, also, we could just take a moment to recognize Dr. Saldana and his work. He'll be retiring here soon.
He's too young to retire.
And looking to probably pay more attention to the City Commission and Mercedes for all the work that he's done there. Thank you so much for everything you've done, Dr. Valdez. Thank you for continuing all your great work, especially cooking with the judge. We appreciate that.
Well,
Congratulations.
Anytime y'all want to cook, let me know. You have my number.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Let's go to 22A, elections, so we can get her back to work.
Let me just pass these out. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. What I've passed out to you is the order of the election that includes all the constitutional amendments as well as the early voting polling locations.
Hilda Salinas here, Elections Administrator, to present to you today item 100401, discussion on election updates, preparations for the upcoming November 4th, 2025 special constitutional amendment, election and local entities elections, of course, continues in our office. There will be a total of 17 constitutional amendments on the ballot. The list of amendments is posted on the Hidalgo County's website. The Texas Secretary of State's office has not released the explanatory statements as of yet, but once they do so, we will be posting that on our website as well. And these explanatory statements explain each and every amendment in full detail. An important date to remember for this election is the last day to register to vote or to make any changes for this election. This date is Monday, October 6, 2025. Residents can stop by our office at 2015 West Jackson Creek Avenue, Edinburgh, to register or to make those changes. The first day of early voting is Monday, October 20th, and it will run through Friday, October 31st. Election day is Tuesday, November 4th. Of course, we do encourage residents to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections for more information, or to call our office at 956-318-2570. Those are the elections updates that I have right now. Do you all have any questions? No? Okay. I'll proceed. Number 2, discussion, consideration, and approval of the order of the proposed constitutional amendments as submitted by the 89th Legislature regular session of the State of Texas for the November 4th, 2025 special election. The constitutional amendment election was ordered by the governor yesterday. So, Commissioners Court, it is recommended that they also complete the order so that way all required actions are followed through with this election. So I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
So, Judge and Commissioners, I do also want to ask if it is possible to go to 25F1 and 2. Those are election items under purchasing. I'm not sure if Director Amezcua is on. Maybe he can read those?
Sure, not sure there.
Yes, good morning, Judge Commissioner, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garcia, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 25F for Election Department 1, requesting approval to purchase office furniture through Hidalgo County membership with Bible Purchasing from the Staples Contract and Commercial in the total amount of $116,719.94. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval to enter into a 3-year EBID system and license agreement through Hidalgo County membership with Bible Purchasing from BR Systems in the total amount of $333,860. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
3, requesting approval to enter into a 3-year license and maintenance agreement through Hidalgo County membership with Bible Purchasing from BR Systems in the total amount of $720,002. Staff recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Eventually, we're going to get reimbursed for any and all money pertaining to this,
Well,
all these
according-
acquisitions.
Yes, according to the Texas Secretary of State, they are looking for funds, but at this time, their budget was already submitted, so they're having to go back and see. But as soon as I find any information out, I will let you know, sir.
Yeah, but that's what I've been represented to me.
Yes.
We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Any additional questions, or? Thank you very much. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Did we get all the information for 7A, or we're going to skip it, Valde?
7A, Judge, at this time, we're gonna take no action today.
Okay. All right, we'll go to item 8A.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Ricardo Saldana, Hidalgo County Emergency Management County Judge's Office. Item 8A, discussion and consideration and approval of cash compensation for all extra duty hours physically worked by a non-exempt county employee who deployed to the state-assigned mutual aid mission to include the employee's paycheck for the next available pay period in accordance to Hidalgo County Civil Service Commission rules and Hidalgo County Personnel Policy Manual.
This is the ones we sent to Central Texas.
Central Texas, yes, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion
Thank you,
carries.
Judge, Commissioners.
Item 9A, District Attorney's Office.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 9A, asking for approval to continue payment of salaries for one Assistant District Attorney currently being paid by the DVSP grant pending the award of the 2025 fiscal year grant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, requesting approval to continue the payment of salaries for one Victim Assistance Coordinator currently being paid by the VCLG grant pending the award of the fiscal year 2026-2027 grant.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, requesting approval to continue payment of salaries for 3 Assistant District Attorneys, 3 investigators, and 1 forensic analyst and 2 legal assistants being paid by the Board of Prosecution grant pending the award of the fiscal year 2026 grant.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, requesting approval to accept the fiscal year 2026 DA State Supplement Grant Award from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts Judiciary Section in the amount of $22,500. We're also asking for approval of certification of revenues as certified by the County Auditor for the fiscal year 2026 DA State Supplement Grant in the amount of $22,500 and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 10A, Sheriff's Office.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. I'm Captain Michael Ochoa speaking on behalf of the Sheriff J.E. Ediguerra. On agenda item 10A, we're requesting authorization and approval to accept the fiscal year 2026 Auto Theft Task Force grant from the Motor Vehicle Crime Prevention Authority in a grand total of $1,052,143 and a match of $210,431. The grant is being awarded to Hidalgo County with participating agencies, Edinburgh PD, Mercedes PD, Wesco PD, and Palmview PD. Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office is responsible for the amount of an award of $510,143 and a cash match of $102,034 for a total of $612,205. And 2, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditors, county auditor for the fiscal year 26 Auto Theft Task Force grant in the amount of $612,205 and appropriation of the same. And 3, approval of the interfund transfer of to fund cash match in the amount of $102,034. Request approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. On item 10B, we're requesting authorization and approval to accept the FY 2024 SB 224 catalytic converter grants from the MCVPA in the amount of $346,528. And 2, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for the fiscal year 26 catalytic converter grant in the amount of $346,528 and appropriation of the same. And 3, approval of interfund transfer to fund cash match in the amount of $69,306. Request approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. On agenda item 10C, requesting authorization and approval for the sheriff to sign required documents on the Children's Advocacy Center interagency MOU and interagency working protocol 3-year agreement.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. On agenda item 10D, pursuant to Texas Local Government Code Subchapter D 263.151, 2A and or B, declaration of asset number 76575, an issued firearm as surplus for the purpose of disposition And two, pursuant to Government Code subsection 614, permitting a peace officer retiring from a governmental entity to purchase their assigned firearm, requesting that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court approve the value of Deputy Gerardo Flores's issued firearm at the fixed asset value at $158.73.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. On agenda item 10E, pursuant to Texas Local Government Code Subchapter D 263.15128 and/or B, Declaration of Asset Number 76567, issued firearm as surplus for the purpose of disposition, and two, pursuant to Government Code Section 614, permitting a peace officer retiring from a governmental entity to purchase their assigned firearm, requesting that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court approve the value of Sergeant Robert Quate's issued firearm at the fixed asset value of at $197.34.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Item 11A,
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. I will be presenting the Tropical Texas Behavioral Health. That's Fund 1285, fiscal year 24, and this is approval to continue the payment of salaries and fringes for Constables 1, 2, 4, and 5 as listed below. Constable 1, Senior Deputy Constable, currently being paid from the TTBH S&S fiscal year 24 agreement, which is pending the award of the new fiscal year 26 agreement, as well as the approval to continue payment of salaries and fringes for 3 deputy constables currently paid by the TTBH MHOP, and that's for Constable Precinct 1 fiscal year 24 agreement, and that is also pending the award of the new fiscal year 26 agreement. Constable Precinct 2 is salaries and fringes for 4 deputy constables being paid by the TTBH MHOP. Constable Precinct 2 fiscal year 24 with the pending award of the new fiscal year 26 agreement. Constable 4, salaries and fringes for 1 senior deputy out of the same TTBH or TTBH S&S. Constable Precinct 4 fiscal year 24 agreement, pending the award of the new fiscal year 26 agreement, as well as approval to continue the payment of salaries and fringes for 3 deputy constables currently being paid out of the TTBH MHOP. Again, Constable Precinct 4 fiscal year 24 agreement, pending the award of the fiscal year 26 agreement. And Constable 5, Precinct 5, apologies, is to continue the payment of salaries and fringes for 2 deputy constables currently being paid out of the TTBH MHOP. Constable Precinct 5 fiscal year 24, also pending the award of the new fiscal year 26 agreement. Have a motion?
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item, 12A.
Hi, good morning. This is Judge and Commissioners. This is Deputy Constable Luis Olivares representing Constable Celestino Avila Jr. I have 2 action item numbers. 12A, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Joel Laradel Jr. as Deputy Constable by Constable Celestino Avila Jr., Constable Precinct 1, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code 86.011.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And item 12B, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Manuel Garcia Jr. as Reserve Deputy Constable by Celestino Avila Jr., Constable Precinct 1, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code Section 86.012.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 13A, Constable Precinct 3.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners and County Judge. 13A is approval to continue the payment of salaries and fringes for 1 deputy constable currently being paid by the Constable Precinct 3 Stop Truancy FY25 agreement with La Jolla ISD, which is pending revisions and approval of the new fiscal year 26 agreement. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
13B is approval to renew the interlocal agreement between Hidalgo County and Mission CISD for fiscal year 26, period from 9/1/25 to 8/31/26. in relation to the stop truancy program with authority for the county judge as authorized official to execute agreement. And number 2 is approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor and appropriation of the same. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
13C, we're gonna take no action. And then we have 13D, which is requesting approval of the 2025 appropriation for the Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 Federal Sharing DOJ Fund in the amount of $10,137.08. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 14A, Constable Precinct 4.
Good afternoon, Judge, Commissioners. Sergeant Barrera presenting on behalf of Constable A.J. Gaitan. We have 14A, discussion, consideration, and approval to appoint Ricardo Gallardo and Luis Escalante Jr. as Deputy Constables by Constable A.J.R. Gaitan, Constable Precinct 4, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code Section 86.011.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 16, 16A, Robert?
He's not here. He's not here.
Oh, he's not here, okay. We'll go to item 18A.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 18A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel related amendments.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 18B, approval of appointment of interns as per Exhibit A.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 18C for Precinct 1 Parks, approve the following action effective upon Commissioners Court approval. The action is to create slot 0032, a mechanic 4 at a grade 12. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. And item 18D for the District Attorney's Office, approval to award a discretionary step for the employees listed below in accordance with HR criteria certification as per Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioners Court approval. This is for a discretionary step 4 for slot 0046, Assistant District Attorney 3, grade 5, and a discretionary step 2 for slot 0122, Assistant District Attorney 4 at a grade 7. I do recommend approval. Everything is in accordance with policy.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. About the item 16A.
Sir, Judge. Item 16A, we have, for right now, Judge, I'm going to go ahead and pass on this until we get further down the agenda.
Okay. Urban County, items 19A.
Good morning, Joel Rivera with Urban County. Agenda item 819A, requesting approval of the First Amendment to the interlocal cooperative agreement between Hidalgo County and Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 for the Disaster Recovery Allocation Program, 183-1181. As some of you may be aware, Urban County, in conjunction with the Drainage District Number 1, applied for the DRRP grant and was awarded $2 million. This is some of the housekeeping that's that we need to cover for this. So I'm requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Good job.
Agenda item 19B, requesting approval to purchase park equipment through the Hidalgo County membership with the Buy Board Cooperative Purchasing Program under contract number 679-22 from Exerplay, Inc. The total amount of the purchase is $519,515.46, utilizing CDBG. Fiscal year 2018, 2020, 2021, and 2022 Precinct 2 Parks and Recreation Facility Improvement Funding, subject to environmental clearances. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item 19C, requesting consideration of approval to award and enter into a contract with Clayton Homes, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of
$292,044.98. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Agenda item 19D, requesting approval to purchase a fire brush truck from Municipal Fire Apparatus Specialist LLC, the lowest responsible bidder for the city of La Jolla in the amount of $227,228.89. Urban County fiscal year 2024, city of La Jolla funds will be utilized. Recommending approval.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Agenda item 19E, requesting consideration and action to award and enter into a construction contract with Play RGV LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $153,000, utilizing funding from fiscal year 2023 La Jolla Parks and Recreation Improvement Funds. Recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
19F, requesting approval of a best and final negotiated contract for professional engineering services with George Bettis Consulting Engineers LLC, DBA Bettis Consulting Engineers LLC, in the amount of $50,509.80, utilizing the CDBG fiscal year 2024 City of Mercedes Street Improvement Funding and approval of work authorization number 1. Recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Rivera. Item 28, Health and Human Services.
Good morning, Darlene Sarmiento Rangel, the Health and Human Services Department. Item 28 is discussion, consideration, and action to update the Hidalgo County Environmental Health Division fee schedule effective September 1st, 2025, requesting approval.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 20B is, one is approval of the memorandum of understanding between Texas Tropical Behavioral Health and Hidalgo County to maintain a cooperative effort related to the intervention of substance use and mental health disorders at the John Austin Peña Center. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is approval of the business associate agreement between Texas Tropical Behavioral Health and Hidalgo County. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3 is approval of the memorandum of understanding between Texas Tropical Behavioral Health and Hidalgo County to coordinate referrals and services for those individuals who receive community-based mental health and substance use disorder services from Texas Tropical Behavioral Health. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, TB Prevention and Control Grant. State, 1, requesting approval of certification of revenues in the amount of $916,443 and to appropriate the same, and the appropriation of $183,289 in local match funds. Requesting approval.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C2, requesting approval of the certification of revenues in the amount of $17,071 for the TB Control Program income and appropriation of the same.
So moved.
Requesting approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
TB Prevention and Control Grant Federal, 1, requesting approval of the certification of revenue in the amount of $427,128 and to appropriate the same, and the appropriation of $85,431 in local match funds. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, requesting approval to appropriate additional health administration program income budget in the amount of $45,000 for the period of 1/31/2025 to 12/31/2025. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E, requesting approval of the certification of revenues by the county auditor in the amount of $125,000 and the appropriation of the same for the HPDCE OCDS FY26 program. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Lulu Acevedo, Assistant Director, presenting item F, discussion, consideration, and approval to draw down funds for demonstration year 14 UC redistribution payment and IGT in the amount to be determined by HHSC instructions from the Local Provider Participation Fund with a transfer date of August 29th, 2025 and a settlement date of September 2nd, 2025. Requesting approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor from the LPPF in the amount to be determined by HHSC's final instructions. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C, approval of appropriation of funds from the LPPF in the amount to be determined by HHSC's final instruction. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item G, 1, discussion and approval to set the county indigent healthcare program federal poverty guidelines level at 50% of the federal fiscal, of the fiscal year 9/1/2025 to August 31st, 2026.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, discussion and approval of basic and optional services for fiscal year 9/1/2025 to 8/31/2026. Requesting approval.
So moved. Motion to
Second.
approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item G2, requesting approval to increase the adult pauper burial funeral voucher from $500 to $1,000. Requesting approval.
So moved. Second.
Boy, that doubled. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, requesting approval to increase the infant pauper burial funeral voucher from $300 to $500.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 3, discussion and approval to set the county indigent healthcare program level 2, also known as Hidalgo Blue, federal poverty guideline level at 200% for fiscal year 9/1/2025 to 8/31/2026. Requesting approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item B, discussion and
Carries.
approval of basic and optional services for fiscal year 9/1/2025 to 8/31/2026. Requesting approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item C, discussion and approval of funding for CIHCP Level 2 Hidalgo Blue. Requesting approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All of these changes that you made or whatever, who's behind the thought, the premise behind all these actions?
So on item 1, which is setting the county indigent healthcare poverty guideline level, and item 3 for Hidalgo Blue, the thought behind it is these are the same guidelines that we have currently for this fiscal year that we're in, and we want to continue for this next coming fiscal year to
But this
see
is done by
what.
your department. The
Yes.
premise behind this is your department's
Yes.
wisdom and action and experience.
Yes, sir. And same thing with item 2. It's the pauper burial funeral vouchers. We recommend increase because of the increase in price, and we have not done an increase in over 20 years that I've been here.
Based on this process that you have, is your number of people that you service increasing, decreasing, or staying the same?
So we have seen a slight increase from the year before to this year, given that we moved the federal poverty guidelines up. So we're hoping that they either stay the same or they increase depending on any new regulations.
And the size of the budget for these services, is it going up, staying the same, or going down?
The size of the budget is staying the same right now for these services. We will see what impact it has in the future.
Okay. Well, we thank you for all you do, because there's a lot of need in this area. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you,
very
Judge
much.
Commissioners.
Thank you.
Item 21A, Community Service Agency.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Jaime Lugori with the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency. Item 21A is discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a one-time overtime payment for personnel who provided support under the Presidential Emergency Severe Weather and Flooding Declaration, DR 4879, for the Concho Valley Community Action Agency effective next pay period. It would be slot number 00078. Emergency coordinator would be the gross amount would be $975.24, and then slot number 00093. Emergency case study manager, the gross amount would be $656.60. Recommending approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 21B is discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept a $150,000 grant from the Texas Veterans Commission Fund for Veterans Assistance for program year 2025 to 2026 for Operation Bravo Zulu, with authorization for Judge Richard Cortez to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr.
Judge,
Longoria.
Commissioners, we were notified by the Texas Veterans Commission just this morning that the official action on the check presentation will be September 30th. Now, I know that's a Commissioner's Court day. It's going to be September 30th at 10 a.m. I assume at the VA office in Harlingen. So it'll be Tuesday, September 30th at 10 a.m. So I will inquire to see if that's a fixed date. It seems like it, but I would certainly invite you and or your staff to attend the event. The Texas Veterans Commission has been very generous and very supportive with Hidalgo County, and I can imagine that our VSO's office is going to be there as well, together with possibly even our court system, because that we all receive grant funds from different sources with TVC, but they've been very good to us. So that's an open invitation to you folks to join us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
Item 23, Precinct 1, Commissioner Fuentes.
Thank you, Judge. 23A, acceptance and approval of an interlocal cooperation agreement between the County of Hidalgo and Donna ISD to assist each other in the public purpose of providing educational opportunities to the students and residents of the county and assisting the county in its functions of animal regulation. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you. 23B, requesting approval to accept the counteroffers to purchase tracts of land known as parcel number 116, associated with the Mile 6 West Road Improvement Project, with authority from the county judge to sign the administration evaluation and approval form. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Judge.
Item 24.
Yes, good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Dago Soto Jr., Director of Budget and Management. Item 24A1, approval to enter into an interlocal cooperation agreement between Hidalgo County and Hidalgo County Community Supervision and Corrections Department for fiscal year 2026 in relation to the Drug Court and Alternative Incarceration Program, with authority for a county judge as authorized official to execute agreement, and 2, approval of interfund transfer. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 24B, approval of a funding agreement, amendment number 2, between Hidalgo County and the Texas Department of Transportation for Mile 10 North project from Mile 6 to FM 1015, with authority for the county judge to sign all required documentation for said project. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 24C, approval of Magic Valley Purchase of Power Agreement for the installation of 20 streetlights for Palos Rojos subdivision located in precinct number 1. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 24D1, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor to fund lease expenditures. 2, approval of 2025 appropriation of revenues and expenditures to fund lease expenditures. And 3, approval of 2025 transfers to fund lease expenditures. I recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 24E1, A, requesting approval of budget amendments as per Exhibit A. And B, requesting approval to update project description category amounts for the El Paraíso Health Clinic Improvement Project. Will recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 24F1, approval of certification of revenues by county auditor in the amount of $321,252.37 in relation to labor reimbursement received from the Raymondville Drainage Project and appropriation of the same. Recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 24F2, approval of 2025 estimated revenues and appropriation / interfund transfer in the amount of $76,826,465.55 for bond proceeds, bond premium, and issuance costs for the Certificate of Obligation Series 2025 and Refunding Bond Series 2025, subject to receipt of proceeds on August 21st, 2025. I am recommending approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
And for the last item, 24F3, I'm requesting no action.
No. Thought we were going to talk about this, about that.
Yeah, why don't we
Put a vote, okay, we could put a vote, okay.
discuss it until after?
No, right now, Mr. Soto, we're gonna take this up later at the agenda.
Okay,
Okay.
very well. All right, thank you.
Okay, the next item is item 25.
Judge, before, I'm gonna ask that if we can go to closed session at this time before
Okay.
we go on to purchasing.
Okay. Let me get to that page. Pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, we're going to be retiring to closed session to discuss items listed under Section 551.071, .072, .074, and .087. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 11:42. Okay, we're back from closed session. I've got 12:50. We do have some additional items on our agenda.
All right, thank you, Judge, Commissioners. I'm gonna ask the court if we can, so that we can go back and get back on track. I'm gonna ask the court to go back to agenda item
16A is yours, and
16A,
we
yes.
didn't go into 25.
Thank you, Judge. Item 16A, one, no action or discussion to be had. 16A2, no action or discussion to be had. 16A3 and 4, no action or discussion to be had as well. That'll take care of item 16A, Judge. And if I may now go back to the Department of Budget and Management, which would be item 24F3. I had stated that we would take this up later on the agenda. At this time, we're going to take a no action on 24A3. The no action will stand. And we can proceed now with Purchasing Department. Mr. Amezcua.
Yes, good morning, Judge, Commissioner, Mr. Guerra, Mr. Garza. For the record, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 25A for Hidalgo County Health and Human Services. 1, requesting approval to purchase vaccines through Hidalgo County membership with Minnesota Multi-State Contracting Alliance for Pharmacy Co-op from Sanofi Pasteur in the amount not to exceed $75,596.22. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Judge, Commissioners, for the record, we do have a public participation form on 25A1 from Ms. Fern McClarity. Ms. McClarity. Ms. Fern McClarity? She is not present at this time. Thank you.
25B for Human Resources. 1, requesting approval to award contract to Frontier Health, the qualified responsive bidder for direct primary care services. Staff recommend approval.
I make a motion subject to legal. In favor.
Second.
We have a motion second. In favor, all for it? Signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes.
25C for Precinct 1A, requesting a section from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local Government Code 262.02484, a personal or professional service.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, presentation of scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score of friends graded through the county's pool of pre-qualified professional engineering services for Mile 2 West. Do you wish to rank in the order of score?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with the number 1 ranked firm, LNG Consulting Engineers, for professional engineering services for Mile 2 West. Staff recommend approval.
Motion approved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
25D for Precinct 4-1A, requesting exception from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A for a personal or professional service.
Motion approved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, presentation of scoring grade for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commission score of friends graded through the county's pool of pre-qualified professional engineering services for a junior road project. Do you wish to rank in the order of score?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with the number 1 ranked firm, SAMES, Inc., for professional engineering services for junior road project. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
25E for facilities management, 1, requesting approval to award your contractor SKO Elite Repair through Hidalgo County Chief membership with tips for the 10th Street Safety Building rehab and HVAC repairs for project in the amount of $250,224.99 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval to award your contractor Rio United Builders through Hidalgo County membership with Choice Partners for the Hidalgo County Annex 3 Landscape and Irrigation Improvement Project in the amount of $87,000 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment bond. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
3, requesting approval to award your contractor SKO Elite Repair to Hidalgo County membership with tips for the Precinct 1 ornamental fence installation project in the amount of $151,244.18 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
25G for Sheriff's Office, 1A, requesting a section from competitive bidding requirements under Texas Local Government Code 262.024A for a personal professional service and as required by Texas Admin Code Title 37, Chapter 273, Rule 273.1.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Be requesting approval of outpatient dialysis agreement with affiliate of Fresenius Medical Care Holding, DBA Fresenius Medical Care North America Clinics, specifically identified in Schedule A for hemodialysis treatment. Staff recommend approval.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
25H for Countywide, 1A, requesting approval of the solicitation package for property and casualty insurance policy with authority to advertise and re-advertise if necessary.
Motion to approve. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Be requesting appointment of the evaluation committee to review, score, and rank the submitted responses received pursuant to the criteria set forth in the solicitation packet. Please appoint the evaluation committee at this time.
Judge, I'm going to assume that all of us want our chiefs of staff, with, obviously Commissioner Torres identifying her.
We could do that.
Yeah.
That's your motion?
Yeah.
Second.
All the chief of staff. We have a motion and a second for all the chief of staff.
And Judge,
All in favor, say aye. Go ahead.
Judge Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to include as a point of contact and advisor, Mr. Edgardo Garcia from the Executive Office, who facilitates and keeps track of all our property casualty insurance.
I'll modify my motion to include that.
Thank you.
So, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval to award contract to the following vendors: Terra Firma Materials and Frontera Materials for the flex-based material. Staff recommend approval.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Judge Commissioners, we've already have come back from out of closed session, and so under open session, I'd like to start with item 27. 27A, there'll be no action to be taken this week. 27B, there's no action to be taken. And so, under item 28, open session, real estate acquisition appropriation per se. Judge Commissioners, we will proceed as discussed in closed session with respect to county property, certain real estate property owned by the county, referencing a 20-foot alleyway in the San Carlos area. If I could just have.
Motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
28B, there's no action and/or discussion under pending potential litigation. Item 28C is cause number 19-22. My apologies, let me start again. 28C, cause number 19-23649, in reference to Purdue Pharma LP et al. Judge Commissioners, I'd like for the court to approve the subdivision participation and release form in relation to case cause number 19-23649 SHL Purdue Pharma LP et al. And authorize the county judge to sign it and any related documents.
Motion approved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 28D, cause number CL 242289D, Talia Rangel as next of friend of Jaden Rangel and Eden Rangel versus County Hidalgo. Judge Commissioner, I'd like for the court to entertain a motion in partial settlement of this cause number claim suit in the amount of $3,500.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 28E, claim of Laura Rodriguez, Judge Commissioner, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $6,483.79.
Motion approved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners. We do have adjournments.
I have a motion to adjourn.
I'm sorry, for the record, my apologies, Judge. For the record, item 29, there is no action, and item 30, there is no action. We do have adjournment.
When's the next meeting?
Our next Commissioners Court meeting is set for September 2nd, which is Tuesday, and that would be a morning session, 9:30 a.m. Drainage District, 10 a.m. Commissioners Court.
Sounds good.
I have a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.